Welcome. It's great to declare this day Wisconsin Cheese Day all across this great state. It's part of Wisconsin's Dairy Month, which is June. And as Pat and Jerry know, having gone as I do to many a dairy breakfast every weekend and around the state, it's my great excuse. June's the only month where I can eat cheese curds and custard for breakfast every Saturday and Sunday morning, which is pretty exciting. But we're thrilled to be here. Congratulations on the anniversary to Great Lakes Cheese, and particularly on this $75 million state-of-the-art facility that's not just about a building, although the building's pretty amazing. Having toured through, as you mentioned, Dan, with some of the employees, see the longevity and the commitment here. Pretty exciting to see what the employees are going to do to literally help make some of the best cheese in the world. Now, when you look at the judging year in and year out, we had nearly 50 of the top awards in 2018 as part of the world competitions when it comes to cheese. We're proud of the cheese. If the state of Wisconsin was a country, we'd be the fourth largest country when it comes to cheese production in the world. And so that's because we produce more than a quarter of all the cheese, almost half of all the specialty cheese comes from the state of Wisconsin alone. And so we're pleased today to name this day Cheese Day, but it's really Cheese Day every day. In fact, usually when kids ask you to take a picture and say cheese, say Wisconsin cheese or cheese curds, whatever makes you smile. But we appreciate our partners. We're at 13 different sites. I just came from the University of Wisconsin-Madison at the Dairy Research Center, which is an exciting and dynamic expansion going on. They literally are putting the construction fence up around the way. That could not happen without our industry partners. So to the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association, we particularly appreciate that. To all of the industry, when we think about agriculture overall, to the Wisconsin Farm Bureau, thanks, and to all of our partners from the dairy farmers in Wisconsin, newly named. It's only been a couple months in, so I got to make sure I say that right. Although I've been wearing it on aprons every weekend, because I usually get tagged with that, serving up cheesy eggs or pancakes with plenty of butter on it and the whole bit. And sometimes, if I'm really lucky, I get to eat or serve. I let myself out on that one. Serve and occasionally eat some of the cheese curds along the way we're serving. But this month is a great time to think about it as families. Not only those who've grown up on the farm, but many times families who come in from the city get a chance to go out on the farm and see what the dairy industry is all about. And as much as these are challenging times for a lot of our dairy farmers, just because of milk prices on a national and international basis, I say thank God for the cheesemakers, because what has kept us on pace is an ever rapid growth in cheese making here in the state of Wisconsin. This new facility is a prime example of how there really is a market, not just in the United States, but around the world, for the best quality cheese in the world, and that's made right here in the state of Wisconsin. And so we're thrilled. We're also particularly thrilled both to help through the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation in help putting the financing together to build this great new structure. And now, because to fill it, it will not only take the current employee base, but it'll take a significant bump up in terms of additional employees to help with the size and capacity that will be here. We're pleased to have also be providing this year a $500,000 grant through the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation for worker training. Right now in this state, as my colleagues in state government know, we're at 2.8% unemployment. That's a great number, because when I first was running 8 years ago, it was 9.3%. It's now down to 2.8%. It's the lowest in the history of the state of Wisconsin, but we're actually at a point now where just on our state website alone, jobcenterwisconsin.com, there are more job openings listed on that one site than there are technically people unemployed in the state of Wisconsin. And so our goal is to get out with training and education. That's why we put more money into our schools, more actual dollars into our schools than ever before with the help of the legislature, putting more money into worker training for partnerships like this. We're doing more to help break down the barriers so that people who traditionally may not have been in the workforce, whether it's people with disabilities, whether it's those who've been on public assistance through welfare reform, can come and enter. And we're actually now recruiting, whether it's Minnesota, Illinois, elsewhere. We're recruiting more people to come to the state of Wisconsin. The quality of life is high, the economy is booming. We've got great career opportunities out there. A particular plug I should mention for anybody here to pass on for us, of all the groups we're targeting, one of the ones I'm particularly pleased with is transitioning veterans and their families, because Wisconsin offers more benefits for veterans than any other state in America. So we think that's a pretty compelling argument. So with all those things, we're hoping we can help Great Lakes cheese and all of our other cheesemakers and all of our other industries in the state continue to grow and to create the workforce that's needed. And so Dan and Paul, and I'm going to actually invite not only you guys to come up, but some of your employees that came with me on the tour. Why don't you guys all come up? In addition, I know from a fiscal standpoint, the $500,000 we deposited is probably the most significant, but I got a certificate as well in appreciation of all the great work that's done at Great Lakes Cheese. So come on up, guys. I'll hand this off to you, and thanks to you and to all your counterparts at Great Lakes Cheese.